Hi, my name is Michael, and when I'm not trapped at home in Derry, Ireland, I am, or was, studying at AHL University where I took part in a web design development undergraduate. On this course, I learned various different web technologies and languages, but in particular, I have found an interest in the field of front-end development and user experience, or UI design. Where we will begin today will be our BioStore website. This BioStore website was created in the mind of a company that wanted to promote and supply biodegradable products to their customers. I interpreted design-wise and functionality-wise that it had to be similar to a basic e-commerce site but have sort of the feel of an environmental promotion behind it, as you can see from different vegan produce or biodegradable sites. They always have lots of imagery or information supplying what the products are and how they are promoting the earth. On the home page we have all of our information, we have our products, we have what's costing the earth, our contact us section. If we then move up, we've got our navigation, our logo, each page, products as the products, descriptions. If we go into our about page, we can see our different members of the team, names, positions, and what degree they studied at university. Contact page, we have our addresses for our business. This system was created on a framework known as React. I've never used many frameworks before, so I really wanted to push myself and try something new. So it may not be up to a very powerful industry standard, but I learned a lot from this brief and really want to develop on these skills in the future. As you can see here, we have different components for each page. So about for about page, contact page, footer for the footer. Each of these has a JS file which has our content or our HTML replacement, then our CSS and images. Each of these files, folders, is connected through our app.js file, where we use a router to connect each page. If we use the navigation, we can easily go between each. The system was created with a requirements list detailing what is required on the site, and then a few high fidelity prototypes were developed, and from there we have our finished product, which is our current BioStore site. If we then return to our portfolio site, it's me again, we can move on to our responsiveness tester. What I interpreted from this system was that it needed to easily supply the user with two different versions of a website, mobile and desktop. So the visual design, there isn't much oomph. However, this is something that can be developed on, but the functionality is there. So, for example, if we enter in a certain portfolio site, we can see here that it is responsive, fully adapts to the mobile and fully adapts to the desktop. This is a good way for a user to test if their system is responsive. This was created with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If we quickly tidy up our previous React project, we can then show we've got our index HTML file, we've got our button which on click changes source, which is our function which we will get to. Here we are, our change source function, which will adjust both iframes content depending on the value entered in. So previously it was our portfolio site entered, and that is what's applied to the iframes and is fully adapted. Then we have some styling, not the most exciting. Each of the iframes was created with originally being able to fit each system. And if we were then to move on to our requirements gathering design phase, we once again create a requirements list, followed it with some high fidelity prototypes, and that has give us our finished product here today. And both of these briefs, projects, or stuff are placed on my portfolio site. So as you can see, my name is Michael Carlin, and if you see right at the start, we have some animations that slide in our text, sort of giving it a bit of a appealing view to the user that's coming on, so it isn't just already sitting there. It gives it a bit more of a character behind it. We then have, if you noticed, we have a little blue arrow, which once again we'll refresh, moves up and down after 2 seconds for 3 lengths, which just a little attention seeker for the user to move down the page. If we move down, we have my stuff, we have a React BioStore site showing a little block design, nothing too hectic. Supplies the information. We have just a quick little sentence about what it is, and if they wish to view the system, they can do clicking the view button. Next, we have our website responsiveness tester that was placed in the red box just below the purple one. We have our settings here, view button to move on to have a look at the project. We've already been on this, as you can see. And then at the bottom we have a little get in touch, my email address, or at the top we have my LinkedIn or a resume. My LinkedIn is mcarlin1. Each of our websites, React, responsiveness tester, or the portfolio site, were all created with CSS Grid. A little example here I can quickly show you is on our style. We have our grid, main grid. We have supplied the header, main, footer, which keeps it nice and easy to keep our content responsive, as it really helps in that area. So if we move down to where our media query comes in, we have our subgrid then, which just has our main content. We have it divided into 2 columns, 3 rows, and a little bit of a margin on it. I'm always trying to use CSS Grid as it's the latest development in the layout side of web, and it's always good, and I try my best to stay up to date with CSS, HTML, JavaScript, any frameworks I can. Just try to burn through my time with all these different areas of improvement. As I said previously, I'm a graduate, well, soon to be graduate in 2 days, and I am always looking out for ways to improve myself and gain some tips or guidance from someone who's been doing it a lot longer than me. And if you would like to get in touch, my email address is michaelcarlin076@gmail.com, or you can catch me through my LinkedIn. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope this was a bit more exciting than the last presentation you watched. Thank you.